Well, hello there. This is that one. Oh, wait. Okay. Looks like it's actually working this time. Well, hello there. This is that one generic guy, Grander here, and today I'm gonna be playing more War Thunder, and we're gonna have fun with the air event. And all I'm gonna say is that I may have done something that some people may be disappointed about, but others might find funny. Well, and before I forget, I need to hop on Discord, so anyone that wishes to join me may. Guten Tag. Sentinel, how you doing? That is okay. Okie dokie. Well, thank you for telling me that. See ya. Okay. Uh, Basically, I am going to be going solo, I guess, today. And live. Okie dokie. So, for the first game of the day, actually, 1 second. Research. Let's go a little bit lower, because why the heck not? Let's see. Boost research. And off to battle! New. Salmon. Hey, how you doing? This is interesting. I don't think I've ever had a map like this without it being simulator mode. The P-51 and the F-8F. Well, this is 5.7, my boy. Yep. So the P-51 would do it, but I thought the F... No, wait, no, sorry, I was thinking the F-9F being at like 7.7 or something. No, I think the F-8F is probably right where it is. Where, as you were seeing, 5.7. Just trying to let my engines cool a little bit, and then re-speed. I should probably get a little more height. Yeah, F it up right there. By the way, if you can hear my roommate at all, please ignore him. He's just playing a game that he's raging at. So he's playing one of the Bandicoot games, so that's about all I can really tell you. Crash Bandicoot, to be specific. Crash Bandicoot, Rage Bait, yep. Someone's trying a third party here. Of course. Ugh. Watching two streams at the same time? Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, of the ways to defeat people, it seems like 3-on-1 is what they need to do. And I'm gonna say this right now, Salmon. I've told you this before, and I'll tell you this again. I am not the best at this game. I like to think I'm decent. Heck, I like to think I might even be okay. Maybe even, if I dare say it, you know, kind of good. But as the old saying goes, there's always a bigger fish. Oh, hey, Salmon. I'm not sure if you care or even know who these are, but do you know Spookston? Yeah. Well, I may or may not have been in one of his videos while I was streaming, by the way. And I didn't even realize it was him. Well, because, of course, he does have the thing so that people don't know him. It's him, but the thing was that I may or may not have been playing my 279 while he was playing the M551 Sheridan. And he killed me once, and then I killed him once in return. And even shows it in the video that I got him. Well, that thing has 20 mils, so I'll have to be incredibly... Oh, that guy got him. Hold on, I gotta change the stream to left real quick. Never mind, the other stream that I changed to the left was worse. Well, I need to figure out how to use 37mm correctly. I have a feeling that Yak 3 is going to come to me. It wasn't even done loading yet. I was just not going to listen to that music the guy had. Of course. Ugh. Actually, you know what? Let's do the F4D because that is a smidgen better when it comes to doing some of this stuff. But yeah, I think I was in like the last third of the video. Now, I'm not doing this to basically show off or that I was doing great in that video, because I think I did okay. But the thing is that I just think it's really neat that I managed to get into Exposed video. And even more luckily, same BR, same time, and in one of the rare vehicles. You know? One out of like 50 quintillion, yes. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think Spookston will ever see or hear about me. And I don't care to, for people to try to get his attention for that. If he ever, if I ever meet him, I think that would be awesome. If I don't ever meet him, besides as either ally or enemy in-game, then, well, not much I could say or do about that. So I have a Twitch stream on the left and you on the right. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I have I'm actually dual streaming between Twitch and YouTube. It's just that YouTube is my more popular between the two. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I just thought that was funny because, funnily enough, I was streaming solely on Twitch for about 4 years, or no, about three at the 3.5 years, and then I found out that you could dual stream, so then I found out how to do that, and then I started dual streaming for like the last year and at least year. Sound Thunder, I am on both streams. But I stopped the YouTube volume because Twitch was more ahead. Yeah, for whatever reason, even though I have YouTube on low latency, Twitch is still quicker. Well, I think now's a perfect time to start joining in on the fun. Which also means I can type on both streams. Yes. You put on my brakes so that I don't snap my wings off. An alpha jet, eh? Well, let's see if I could take you down a notch. Come on! Of course. Again, it takes 3 guys gaining up on me to actually kill me. No matter what I do. It's either they have to be so advanced that you basically can do nothing when they're on you. Or they just have to bog you down with numbers until you can't do anything anymore. The AV-8 is one of the fastest takeoff vehicles in the game. Uh, but it doesn't have the highest speed, nor does it have the best maneuverability. But basically, if you need to go from being slow to being fast quickly, even in midair, the AV-8 is what you need. In fact, if I remember correctly, AV-8s are still being used. Give myself some height. And that there is the pencil, the F-104. Yep. It's basically they're trying to figure out how to make a jet with the tiniest wings possible. It's all thrust and no vector. I'm not saying that I can't turn, because that's basically what the entirety of the wings do for that thing, is that they're all for turning. MiG-21, yeah, we're kind of screwed. The only thing that I could outdo a MiG-21 in is maneuvering. Doesn't help when you're high up in the air like that, though. Again, that's what happens when full up. All right, first letter I type gets duplicated. But yeah, that's one of the things where in full up tiers you're basically useless. Also, the phone is somehow faster than the PC. No clue. The F-117. 41. I think we are in a down tier, not a full down tier, so it means we're in 9-3. Ah, a lightning. I am not used to using Twitch, so I'm back on YouTube. Yep, that's cool by me. Come on, radar. Nothing to lock on, huh? Ten seconds later, obliterated. Yeah, that would definitely be basically what would happen to me normally. Air brakes extended so I don't rip my wings off. Nope, he's too far. And I think he's also out thrusting me. Or outspeeding to be more accurate. Why is this guy going all the way back to our main base? The F-104 will be able to capture the lightning. Because that's a star streak. Or starfighter, sorry. The lightning. You will never catch me. Yep, then a starfighter. Ah, Canberra. I like how the guy that is out in the open I cannot see, but that guy that is literally weaving between the city is, you know, seeable. He's landing here, eh? Oh, and I got the kill. Nice. Now I need to kill the Canberra. Because he hasn't died. And he's one of the last two players on the enemy team. There we go. Here's the last guy on the enemy team, too. I'll take that. Average War Thunder moment. Yep. Hey, I'm very sorry to the Canberra, but at the same time, he needed to be my meal. By the way, just to let you know, Salmon, this is a little trick that you can do to do a lot of research more quickly. Is by researching a lower tier vehicle, and then any excess points will you won't get a what's it called? So the thing is that unless you're using a premium vehicle, you lose efficiency for which vehicles you can research. So let's say you can see this shows vehicle on the bottom right, on the bottom three for the rewards between research and Silver Lions. Max research vehicle efficiency ranks 1 through 8. So the thing is that if I go to IRIAF, that max is 7 through 8. But the thing is that if you're using a top tier vehicle and there's a low tier vehicle that is almost finished being researched, you don't get that penalty. Just a little interesting thought if you wanted to know that. $15 should be enough, I think, because this doesn't have afterburners. Yeah, this is basically like a P-51 if it didn't have a uh, prop. Actually, what is this thing's max speed? 429 miles an hour. Not too bad. Turn time 20 seconds. Not bad. I'm brain farting on what this thing had. I can hear him yelling far, far away. Let me try to get a little bit of speed before I try getting some height. Also, the stream I was watching a few moments ago, every 30 minutes, everyone just starts typing hydrate. Well, I mean, that is a good thing to do. Okay, now elevate. ME-264, I believe, is a bomber. Yep. And that Falcon Wolf is coming right for me. Nope, for him. Well, they crashed. Ah, Spitfire. She don't drink a lot of water, so Chaz reminder. Ah. Come on. I should be a tighter turn than you, man. There we go. Of course, my tail was now damaged. From what and where? Oh, a key. Oh, yeah, I can't out-turn fight that. I don't think I can. I might be slightly out-turn fighting this guy. I'm flying like I'm a freaking drunk. Well, that guy is breaking up. I mean, 2 kills isn't too bad, considering that this is a flying drunk man right now. Instead of the flying Dutchman, this is the flying drunkman. I just hope this thing doesn't decide to spin out when I'm trying to land. That'd suck. And this gets no air brakes either. I have the stabilization of a wet noodle right now. The more you roll, the more yaws in the opposite direction. Yep. Also, having some thrust helps stabilize it a little bit. At least I still have my wheels. Man, I am just coming in on an angle. Have you ever heard of Gary's mod? Do not recite the deep magic to me, mortal. I was there when it was written. But yeah, no, I know Gary's mod. Actually, how far am I into the task? About 11K. Got it. He who lived has come to not land. He who has landed is not alive. I will also say it's really funny that there's 3 Brownings on this thing and not like 4 or 2. Just strictly 3. Ah, that guy will take a hot second to take off. He has 3 bombs. Hey, fellow P-59! And we're in a team together. The thing is that this thing has no acceleration, and it gets 50 cals specifically. So the thing is that while this is one of America's best turn fighters, it's one of the worst energy retainers, worst at going fast quickly, and it. Don't get me wrong, it has a 37 millimeter, but it's not a quick firing. So the only thing that this literally has going for it is that it turns quickly. Cool. He was taken out mighty quickly. Trying to bleed a little bit of energy. Okay, hopefully this Yak 3 isn't going to come for me. Almost anything Russian has like stupid amount of what do you want to call it? Energy retention. Great. Sorry, bud. You're on your own. Oh, no, he's taking out two. Sag. But yeah, there's actually an event going on right now. He's not on his own. He is without his own. You're right. So I need to kill more bomber players and strike aircrafts. And this is about the best BR you're gonna get for that because a bunch of the best bombers are between 4 to 7.0. Otherwise, you start getting vehicles that can reach bombers with no problem. And heck, I'm going to say that some bombers still are being taken out at these BRs. It's just that at these BRs, the bombers have the best frame of being able to do their job. Hey. Another P-59, man. Nice 59. The bald AF guy. Man, he really is bald. Cool, matched him. Isn't the F-82 also a jet? Yes, but the... What was that? Well, that's a bomber. The TA is trying to get a little close. Never mind. Well, I guess that guy doesn't want me with him. Oh well. Maybe I could try. Nope, that Yak 9's out. So F8F over here. You picked the wrong turn fight, mother broker. And someone steals a kill, of course. Got a hit, but hits only matter if you do something about it. Or, you know, can do something about it. Come on! Of course. Come on. Great. Here, if I remember correctly, the F8F is the Thunder Streak, specifically. Uh, F82. That's F86, F84, P51. Where's the F82? 104. Where's it? F82. F86, F. F82. There it is. Oh, this guy. Oh, this is literally just a twin Mustang. Yeah, no, that's not a jet. It's just a double prop. Basically, one guy is the pilot. The other one controls the guns. Although he technically he's also a co-pilot. Actually, they both can do the guns and stuff. But the thing is that they work together basically. The only reason why I go for the full tank specifically on the F4D is specifically because the afterburners eat through fuel. So that means that by the time I get to start fighting, I'll be at 18 minutes. And then by the time I actually, get into my first fight, I might be more like 15 or 14. What the heck? I'm not seeing anything damaged. So this is a down tier. I think this might even be a full down tier. Bye-bye. But yeah, so unless you have a small tank that you can go that you go through fuel quickly, you never ever want to go for full tanks if you can help it. It's just that there are a few vehicles that you have an exception on that just, yeah. Because, between 8 to 9 BR is the last of the real dogfighting BR. Not that saying that you can't, kill people with dogfighting and even higher BRs. It's just that, to put it simply, the missiles are still garbage enough between 8 to 9 that, if you're not paying attention, then yes, it could kill you if you're going in a straight line. But The thing is that most missiles are easily outturnable. So in the end, you're gonna have to go in guns blazing. I need to get my air brakes out. There we go. You ain't outspitting me, Seahawk. I'll admit I didn't. That's on me. That was a stupid maneuver. Pretty much a full up tier, so yeah, we're kind of screwed. Or almost a full up tier. 9-7. Which means we're gonna deal with some pretty decently, decent, missiles. MiG-21, I am gonna have to come for you first. Well, I know that the MiG-21 is fast on me, and I just did a hard turn. What? Huh. You know what? I'm gonna do a ground battle or two because yeah. I'm gonna call this a pure 6-7 or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Would you mind if I join? Sure. Six seven, 6-7, 6-7. Switch to Twitch. Okay. It's been forever since I've used an almost normal lineup. Nathan, I am 35,000 research away from the Doom Turtle, eh? Ah, the Doom Turtle. This thing is a sucker to fight unless you have heat rounds, and even then, that can still be a little iffy. But I will say that again that the Doom Turtle is still a very good vehicle. Presets. Ugh. You're gonna have to tell me your in-game name again, Salmon. And hey, Nathan, if you want to play a couple ground battles, I'm all for it. Cage and Peter. Okie dokie. You're 7-3. Nice, Nathan. Well, unless the only thing that you got that 7-3 is M163. I mean, I know the T.2 was kind of added a little more recently in the M47, which is basically just an up armored bulldog. But yeah, when you only have the T-32, again, it's not bad. It's basically an it's a slightly up armored the M26 series, basically. Would you like to join, Nathan? And if you could go down to 6-7, that'd be excellent. You don't have a mic though. Who says you need a mic? As long as you have squad ping, uh, and you can move and shoot stuff, that's all you need. You don't have to have fancy things like mics. So yeah, if you tell me your in-game name, I will totally invite you. You're charging PlayStation controller? Ah. Okay, in that case, I was playing all morning and it just died. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. In that case, I shall play a couple rounds and then I will eventually. I'm going to go back and forth between air and ground because air is not my favorite. I like air fine. It's just I feel like ground is where it's at. because there's actual, hey, look, you can respawn, you can affect the game, and blah blah blah. Versus air, you get one spawn, you die, and then you have to start a new game. Versus this, where it's like, oh, you coming back will actually affect the game. Never ground out the USA air tree. I'm going to definitely say this, was that it was a turd to do. Rank 3 in Air Germany? Yes. Where's the Ontos? I swear I put the Ontos down. Don't tell me I forgot. You know what? I shall use the funny tank. Got premium DO335 to grind it out. Honestly, that is pretty good. By the way, do you know this version of the T-34, American T-34 specifically, has a 155 millimeter barrel that is basically used for artillery? I meant to take the Ontos because F-106A is called a 6-shooter, and I wanted to bring a 6-shooter into battle. No, this is the T-30. This is even more rare than the T-29. The T-29 is a premium pack you can buy. The T-30, on the other hand, is either something you can only get via a incredibly rare box, or you have to buy it off the Gaijin marketplace for like 130 bucks. Mixed battles, mate. Look alive. Can you deal that guy? Thank you. So yes, this is the T-30, the rare brother. This is the howitzer T, basically. Sorry, mate. I only heard him after he started shooting. Crap. Oh, Nashorn. He's gonna kill me. Never mind, the Tiger 2 did. The T-26 E1-1. So yes, basically the T-29 is a 105 millimeter. The T-30 is a 155, and the T-34 is a 120 millimeter. $224. I should just be able to shoot through the face of a Tiger 2. But yep, Tiger 2 on Tiger 2 action. No, no one knows how to kill each other. At least if they're pure German players, I should say. need to take out this Nashorn super quickly. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna try to kill this, why was he looking there? Oh, there's two of them. Okay. I've been liking the M50. The M50 Lantos is overpowered as heck, man. Although, don't get me wrong, you are light skinned, so you can be easily killed by like a 50 cal. But in return, you get 6 continuous shots of mass destruction. The M50 Altos was used during the Vietnam War, and its job was, you see a direction, you get rid of direction. Where? Oh, yeah, it's the side I thought the IS-2 was actually doing his job for. Never mind. I thought too highly of my team. Now, before I forget, Antos. Gunner commander, good. And loader. Agility doesn't matter because you're 2 crew. If someone it takes out 1 crew member, you're out. I've been rushing points with it, and it just sits there in camp. Well, I mean, that is what it kind of is for. Is that you need to preset up, and then you just fire away. By the way, it has ranging 50 cals. And yes, this is one of the few vehicles that I bushed up long, long ago. I gave up on bushing up stuff back around this BR, about 6-7. Because if you look at any of my top tier stuff, like my M1s or my ADATs or literally any of my other vehicles here, I have none of them that are bushed up. I just gave up bushing up. Because I just feel like it started becoming a little too slimy to use. Now, I don't bother getting rid of the bushes because I'm too lazy to do it. Ugh. Take a swig of my gamer sups and my poggers. I'm gonna say this right now is that even though I technically have a thing with poggers to what a creator code or whatever, I don't think anyone has ever used it, so I'm not too miffed about that. I was grinding out Germany at first, reaching rank 5, then switched to USA. Hey, Nathan, it was for me the opposite. I had reached rank 5 USA, but then every single game I was getting killed left, right, and center, over and over and over and over and over and over. And it was just, I was having no fun. So then I switched over to Germany. So then I got Germany up to about the same BR, of about 8-0, 8-3 or something. And then I switched back to USA until I got about to 10-3 when the Abrams was still at 10-3. And then I switched back to Germany, and then I got it from the 8-3 all the way up to, where is it? I think I got this up to 11-3 when almost everything was at 11-3. Then I switched back to USA again, and then I ground out 10-3 to 11-3, and then I finished grinding out the top. Then I finished grinding out the top of Germany. Well, I mean, of course, except for the stuff that they added more recently. I was having fun facing those parachines and super parachines. That's why I switched. Yes, I'm going to say this, is that America is the balanced nation. It doesn't have the best armor. It doesn't have the best guns. But the one thing they got over pretty much every other nation is speed. Germany was all about firepower and armor. Then they became all about firepower. And then speed. Now, of course, just like all MBTs nowadays, everything has armor, speed, and firepower. And then after that, I did literally all of Russia, and I literally mean all of Russia. Like, the only thing I have left to research right now is the previous update. M18 Hellcat super speedy. It indeed is. And now I'm grinding out 3 more nations. I'm currently grinding out Great Britain, which I currently have at about the 8-0-8-3 area. France, which I currently have about, I'm starting to hit the 8-0-8-3 area. And Sweden, which I'm currently hitting mid-tier in. So yes, I maxed out 3 nations, and I'm halfway going through 3 more. Although, I'm going to say this, halfway only means I've done a quarter of the work needed. Because, of course, as you get higher and higher BRs, the more and more you have to research for a singular vehicle. So yes, I literally have all big 3 nations. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Hellcat. And it really is fun to use. It's just that there are certain times where you don't have the armor needed to do anything you actually want to do. And Salmon, you've definitely been in that game for a while. But yeah, so I have almost every single... Let's see. My first nation I ground out was USSR. I got to rank 4 and then just quit. I'm going to say this, is that Russia... What's the best way I could put it? The one thing they have going for them are good cannons. Otherwise, their mobility is atrocious, and their armor is anywhere between good to atrocious, even if they supposedly have good armor. But yeah, so one thing Russia has going for it is that they have good guns. I mean, of course, after they finally start getting up to the 85s. After, like, 85s and above guns are where their guns start getting good. You ready, Salmon? Yes. So, Nathan, as a main user of the big three and secondary user of the three side nations, it is indeed interesting. I would suggest going towards B. I'm trying to get the T-44, like 30,000 research 08. Yes, I'm going to say this. The T-44 has a better armor layout, but you get the 85, which means that you're going to have to get a lot of side shots. Although your mobility starts increasing, the thing is that your turret rotation is still not the best. And I see that guy's using the Sheridan. I'm going to say this, though, is that these 50 cals are specifically high explosive only. They don't have any, what do you want to call it? Armor piercing rounds. So that means you can only kill open tops with these 50 cals. Sadly. The SC-100P is a good tank? Yes, it is. Because unless someone hits you with a high explosive, it's incredibly hard vehicle to take out with one shot. It has a good reload rate, and its gun handling isn't terrible either. There's a bush stuck to me. Or a tiny tree. Disappeared! There we go. Enemy BTR, I believe. Okay, that guy died. Good. That's a Panzerhaubitze? No, that's the whatever the Russian equivalent is, but you know, terrible. Like 1,000? 1,100? 1,250. I guess 14 then. Well, 14 was about right. What? I literally looked over there and there was nothing. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Panzer 4, you have a decent gun. You just, you're gonna be one shot by pretty much anything. Oh, there he is. Oh, come on, that should have marked him. And 56 is just a beast. It is indeed is. If I can find the guy I was looking at earlier. That's one of the things about one-trick ponies, is if people know exactly where you are, people know how to fight you. $1,300? Well, he's kind of behind the hills, so I can't exactly shoot him very well. Well, there we go. Nope, come on, that was a little low. $2,000? Well, I did hit him, just a little high. Come on. And the thing is that just like the Ontos, if you're not careful, you are easy to kill. Panzer 470. It looks like you kind of upped your BR smidgen, mate. Nat Ferdinand is not paying attention to his right whatsoever. There we go. I'll take an assist. Looks like we're breaking them up super hard. And someone stole the kill. Great. Look, most of the time I don't care if people get kills or take my kills if they aren't out in the open or if they aren't in a good position, if I'm in a bad position myself. But sniping across an open field where there's almost no enemies to worry about just is an incredibly bad taste, you know? Cool. Wow, that's a Panther too, eh? That guy looks like he's dead. That guy just died. Well, I got like no kills for my entire team because I've had at least one kill stolen and then one time I died in the dumbest way possible. Okay, this will be my last ground game for a bit, and then I'm going to be going back to doing some air battles. Ah, looks like we get a almost full up tier. So instead of 7.7, we're at 7.3. Great. And it's us against the world. Actually, what's my reload rate on this guy? It is uh, about 14 and a half seconds. That's not great. I'm gonna have to get a better reload rate on this. Crap. At least American stuff is fairly stable. I'm not gonna say the most, but not bad. Sounds like a Tiger. Or an AMX with a Tiger engine. Because we're fighting Sweden. No, we got Sweden. Never mind. Well, Tiger 1s do sound like Tiger 2s. The Nerf Tiger 2 engine? A little bit, if I remember correctly. Seven to 600. Yeah, that's not great. Well, he got that guy. Yeah, I think we're gonna be winning pretty hard. But yeah, the fact that a 90 mil has the same reload rate as a freaking 105 is just not great. Versus the German Lawn 88, which, oh, hey, look, this sucker gets, like, what, a 8 to 10 second reload? Oh, I'm just hearing the Tiger 2 engine that there's an enemy behind me. Super parachute T-34 reload is too long. You're right. Yep, there's an enemy behind. It's an enemy T-26. How can a 20 mil take out my engine? I just drove him away. Huh, I thought there was an enemy behind. Well, the Praga got that. I'm gonna try to protect A a little more. At the very least, even though America has very obvious weak points, they are not like huge. So you specifically have to aim from, unless you just have an overpowered cannon that can just shoot through almost anything. Despise going in planes because those get shot down by howitzers. Well, howitzers have a fair-sized HEVT round. Enemy. He probably saw me then. Yep. Okay, good. He either did not know how to use his ESU or something, but I have no idea how he even knew I was here. I think I hear an enemy engine. Proximity fuse is so good against planes, indeed. But I'm gonna say this right now: is that unless you have an incredibly, unless you have an autoloader howitzer, you are not gonna have a good time fighting against planes, because it's one shot every 15 seconds versus, you know, a shot every a quarter of a second or whatever. They still have about half their team left versus us with about 3/4 of our team left. And that guy's on fire. Cool. Okay, that Tiger 2H is in trouble. I mean, he is pushing up, he's pushed up a stupid amount. I'm gonna say that right now. If you are pushed up too far and you get killed, that's on you. And an IS-2 killed it. Yes, I love that. Come on, reload. No, I call bullcrap. I call double bullcrap. That is too high of an angle for him to be able to drop something like that. So yes, I call bullcrap. The 200 is so dumb against 50 cals? Yes. Something that has like no armor versus something that is incredibly angled. That's probably the SU-100 I'm hearing. And we went. Now, time for 9-0 air again. Ugh. Yeah. And a full up tier. So I'm gonna have to try to stay in the midst of battle versus high. Yep, the AV8, incredibly good at speeding up. I'm gonna say this right now is that this is probably one of the best turning top tier planes, but this bleeds energy like no other. Because it can turn in about 22 seconds at 9.0. MiG-21. I do not want to get into head-ons with them. I want to come at them from the side or behind. I have to be careful at this speed to not rip my wings. I'm gonna try to bleed a little speed. MiG-21 will be able to easily outrun me almost every time, unless he's not going full afterburner. It hit him a little bit. Suffers damage of elevator. Got him. I'll take that. And I've already almost gone through 10 minutes. I've gone through 10 minutes of fuel. As I said, this eats it. Now it doesn't eat it as harsh as some other things, but for this BR, this is, yeah, kind of harsh. I'm not 100% worried about MiG-17. MiG-21s, on the other hand. What? That was weird. It was trying to force my thing down for no reason. Hit. Never mind, he's out. My engine has taken a little damage. That isn't the greatest. There's only like 2 or 3 enemies left. Cool. Oh. Come on, Mirage, get down here a little bit. He's trying to keep energy, which isn't a bad idea, but... Got him. One last guy left. Time to return to base. Runway. Please don't tell me that's him right there. I'm slowly gaining on this guy. Oh, okay, that's not an actual player. Good. Air brakes on. Air brakes down. Ah, that guy's name is literally Helicopter. Air brakes on. Gears down. Well, and we won. Hey, 3 kills ain't too shabby. $10,000 research, eh? PBY 5A Catalina. Oop, crap, I meant to press play. Or battle. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely say I'm glad I took max fuel. One of the few vehicles that you do. And it looks like this might be a down tier. Full down tier because of the F-86 Sabre. And the Canberra. A Sab is trying to get a Canberra. We shall come to your rescue, Canberra. Never mind, the Canberra was got. That guy would rather faceplant than let us get a kill. Ah. I called bullcrap, and the other SAAB just didn't want to give anyone the chance to actually get anything. Bethel. Okay, A4. Okay, so at least this shouldn't be too terrible because I'm on collector. Now time to get some height. Burning through much fuel. I don't see anyone else really this high except for that guy. I like how I'm able to see his missile before I saw him. And someone else got him. Great. I think it's a little too gun happy. Got a hit at least. Come on, build up speed. What? He shouldn't have had a missile I could... Oh, wait, no, he does have a missile. It's just really, really hard to use. It's an manually guided missile. J-35, F-4, full up tier. Screw me. At least that's a lower tier F4 Phantom and not the, you know, one with the good missiles, or better missiles, I should say. But yeah, this is specifically a subsonic aircraft. If I go supersonic, it'll rip this Dorito apart. An SU-7. I should be able to take that out, but T2 is starting to get iffy. MiG-21s, I'm running. forcing him to turn, which slows him down. And we got him. Where was that missile? Great, there was nowhere for that missile to come from. Wait, what? No, it didn't say AIM-9G. It said I was hit by a 2S3. Or, not 2S3, an S3 or whatever. Huh. Strike aircraft. Now I need to kill bombers, I believe. Yep. This is gonna take a hot second. Oh, another jet. Hey, another P-59. Okay, I need to gain some speed, and then I'll try to gain some height. Let's say 280, and then I'll start gaining height. Okay, straighten out a bit to gain a little bit of speed back. I'm trying to keep my engine from overheating as much as I can help, so that when I'm in battle, I can keep my engine at max for as long as I can. Well, looks like I'm gonna be finding this F8F. Of course, I have 3 people on me because that's the only way people can fight me. Great. Nope. You know what? I'd be a better air-to-air fighter. Just want to see real quick. Ah, almost 200 bucks. No, thank you. Sure, let's use this guy. Turn time 19 seconds, rate of climb 20. Maybe with a lower BR, I'll have a better chance of actually, you know, fighting bombers. Twenty minutes. Very front heavy plane, I'll say that. Another XP50. I'm actually surprised they didn't put a wheel in the back. This will take a hot second to get up. How many guns does this guy have? 220s, 250s. 220 mils, 250. Might actually need to go for a strike aircraft instead because they have a advantage in starting up in the air. They may not be the best fighters, but they are better than bombers at turning and fighting.